This is a weekly reading for Sagittarius. So first of all, a good shuffle. If you leave a comment, then I will reply with a free spirit message within 24 hours. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon. For instant notifications, don't forget to like and share. And there's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading. So just a quick glance at the bottom card, which is the Five of Swords, which shows a kind of like a dragon, or it could be like a demon. Nothing to worry about. It's about you starting to face up to your inner demons. So that would mean things like worries, fears, lack of belief, doubt. And then in doing so, you then, things will then start to open up for you, because there's been a lot of neglect. So you've been burying things in the sand, or burying your head in the sand, pushing things to one side, brushing things under the carpet. But you kind of meet things head on. You kind of get this wake up call. You wake up, you smell the coffee, you see what needs to be done. But let's just focus around your energy a bit more and see what I get. Twin flame card. Okay, all of this has something to do with a twin flame connection. Don't forget, a twin flame connection is the divine soulmate. Okay, soulmates can just be friends, family, lovers. This is like the divine soulmate. This is the other half of your soul. Scientists have done an experiment like with a particle, one half one side of the universe, the other half the other side of the universe. Pull on one, it has the opposite effect on the other. So it's kind of sort of similar. It's kind of yin yang, pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold. Completely different, like mirror image, but the same. Yeah, it's a bit like you got the black and white tiles here. They fit together perfectly, but complete opposites. It's like a heart shape. Yeah, you cut it in half, fits together perfectly, but like mirror image of each other, each half. But it's reversed, so it's very much about this separation. But your souls are always together, okay? But we are on the earth plane, so the separation would be lack of communication. You could be with other people, there could be distances involved, there's challenges involved. Things aren't easy. It's like on one side you have this beautiful soul connection, like this invisible thread that ties the two of you together for infinity. But on the other side are all the challenges which go with it. It's difficult. But the lesson here is about you focusing on your issues, which is about stepping back and then putting yourself first. And then their issues seem to be very much about security issues, perhaps around work, money, finding stability within themselves. So you both got your own individual lessons, but in a sense, they're each other's lessons because you share the same soul. That's where the source is. So it's a bit of a paradox because you need to focus on yourself so that you can focus on them. But if you focus on them in the sense of trying to make things happen or to try and force change, then you tend to push things away. So it's kind of the opposite to what you think. I mean, it seems logical to do that, but the actual answer is for you to focus on yourself, work on yourself, because then you also put yourself into a bit, like a better position as well. And in fact, because you share the same soul, as you work on yourself, you're also working on them as well. Yeah, I get with them, I get masculine energy, but it could be male or female. Hot-headed, the type to kind of sort of act before thinking things through, like a bull in a china shop. They're just shown to be extremely unsettled, very insecure, and they've really got under your skin. Okay, they're making you feel very insecure, very uncertain. But as I said, the answer or the lesson is to just walk away. You put your own life jacket on first. That's what I'm being given. Okay, you take back your power. You gain more respect. What's yours will then start coming towards you. But I do feel that things flared up recently. Something come to light. Whole can of worms was open, but the positive side is that it gave you this wake up call. You woke up and smelled the coffee. I mean, just going back a short while, it does show that things were very settled for you. You know, you could have been in a long-term relationship or a marriage, or your just whole situation was settled, okay? But I just see like this big bump in the road, or someone throwing a spanner in the works. Things just completely changed, okay? Something was done or something was said or something happened here. It had the effect of just turning your whole world just upside down. It all stems back to this twin flame connection, I feel here. It won't be easy for a while. You know, don't forget the darkest hour is just before the dawn. You know, things do get worse before they get better. It's like a whole lot of stuff is kind of happening around you, a whole lot of stuff you're going to have to deal with. Okay, but there are better times ahead. Things are shown to become back into balance for you. It's like you know, all this stuff is thrown at you, but you kind of deal with it. And as you deal with it, you become much stronger. So when these types of things are thrown at you again, it becomes like water off a duck's back, or like a sort of walk in the park. So ultimately, things are shown to become more settled. But you've been too given. You've been given so much of yourself, and people, situations are expecting the same. So when you kind of sort of turn around, you focus on yourself. They could well try to make you out to be unfair, but in fact you're being very fair, because you're actually having to balance things up yourself. Because really, if you've given so much of yourself, you would expect it back, but you haven't. In fact, in stepping back, focusing on you, you put yourself into this receiving mode. So everything will come back in equal measure. People won't like it initially. You know, there's a lot of teething pains here. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit like you've got like a seed. The wind helps the seed to scatter, the rain helps the seed to grow. And even though the rain and the wind are challenging elements, they're actually needed for the seed to grow into something special. And the same with you here. And look, at the moment, it seems you're putting someone else first because the card's reversed, but you know, you're in colour here. There's people behind you in grey, and that's kind of how things should be, and that's the way things are heading. You're going to put yourself first. You're going to put yourself on that pedestal. Yeah, because at the moment, you know, I see this vision of like a man or a person on crutches. You're walking next to them in rags. It's like you put on your glad rags, okay? You move away from this person, this situation, those crutches get thrown up in the air, and that person comes towards you. So you change the energy. So rather than you chasing, someone else is going to chase, but it's a positive chase. You know, it's kind of what you want, okay? But things are more on your terms than anybody else's. It's not that you're trying to gain power over anybody or anything. You've tried the other way. You've given so much of yourself. Yeah, the advice is really just to remember that even though there's a lot of challenges going on around you, behind the clouds, which are your challenges, is the sun. The sun is there. It's waiting for you. So once the clouds disperse, it will reveal the sun, which is all about brighter happenings and happiness. It's a bit like you've got a snow globe, you're shaking it up, all the snow's all over the place. But when it settles, it reveals this beautiful scene, which is your dream. It's not easy initially, you know. You're being reminded. It's not going to be plain sailing, okay? It's not like it's suddenly going to be a bowl of cherries. You kind of got to work for it in advance, that's what I get here. But what's been thrown at you is kind of what's needed, so that you can get what you want. And it's not going to take long, you know. We're not talking years, we're not even talking months. It could just be a matter of a few weeks. But it's also about you enjoying the process, enjoying the journey. You know, you're being reminded there is no road to happiness, but happiness is the road. So actually enjoy the journey, but also enjoy the destination when you get there, of course. But ultimately, it's going to be victory. You know, you're going to grab victory from the jaws of defeat. Something you feel is impossible is going to become a reality for you. I see a ring as well, which is more certainty, more commitment around a love situation. You have a choice to make, okay, but you are going to make the right choice. That's what I get here. So don't forget to leave a comment, and I will reply with a free spirit message within 24 hours. Don't forget to like and share, and there's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading. Thank you.